show more details or specific drills about things for the stability ball on the wall. So you could literally do anything you want. I was thinking of all the basic blocks can be done with the ball. The one fundamental thing is you always want to have some type of tension on here. So you don't want to be out here and try to push in. I want to have constant, notice how it's a little dipped in. I want to have this constant forward force with my hip leaning into it. Just like a little sprawl you have in grappling or wrestling. And I'm just going to try to do all my basic blocks, like a middle block, a round block, high block, and a down block. I'm trying my best to do them with my entire body so my body acts like a hinge or like a doorway, and I'm learning how to sink and I'm learning how to drive forward. Another drill you can do is bringing it out to the side. So I'm using, instead of my hand and my forearm, I'm actually using my elbow to bring the person to the side this way. Notice again, I'm using my stances to move. So now taking those stability ball drills, we can apply it to a person. Let's say he has his arm out like this. I do my 4 basic blocks. It's hard for me to try to block and move out this way, but since there's constant tension here, I'm leaning forward a little bit with my hip. It allows me to kind of redirect him to the side. And it's all the same motion on the bag. Same with this, if he's clinching from the outside in, I need to be able to open him up this way, so I'm just going to drive with my elbow rather than my forearm and open him up like that. Notice again, I have to use my body weight because he's a lot stronger than me. I can't just throw him off with my shoulders, so I need to step into it. Okay, so we have one final question from Facebook who asked us how to shorten the distance without getting hit. So they were afraid to go in with punches because they were afraid to get kicked in the stomach or kicked somewhere else. So the first thing we want to think about is try to go in at a 45. So if I'm here, I don't want to go in straight because I might get hit there, but if I go in this way, at least it's going to take away half of their weapons, right? They can only punch with this one or kick with that one. The hook might come, but at least you're blocking this way. There's a lot of movements in Kata that do this. It's the exact same motion. Let's say he throws a punch and I'm coming in. So this gives me a lot of opportunities to get from the side. Another thing, if you do decide to go in with a guard that covers both top and bottom. You see this a lot in Kata as well. Something like this, something like this. So even if he throws a kick when I go in, at least I'm covered here and this one can still strike up top.
The other thing to keep in mind is like if you're moving constantly like this is a big target. So if you blade, like body blading, you stand sideways, it gives people less of a thing to hit, right? So even if I come in and he kicks straight, it's easier to step sideways, and that keeping this guard down. Somebody comes in and somebody's gonna kick you with a front snap kick anyways, like you should be pounding that. Like it's gonna hurt, right? That's the idea. So even if it's here. So another thing is like that sounds to me like you're probably actually standing really tall. Because if you're fighting somebody down this low, generally they don't want to kick because that kind of stuff will end up happening, right? So that's another thing also, is kind of change the way you fight a little bit.
Change the levels.
Yeah, change the levels, play with that, kind of throws people off.